Hey y'all, it's Jay. I'm back at you again with another video. In this video, y'all, we are talking about how to be confident. So let me start by saying that confidence is a choice. It's not just a feeling. You may not always look confident and you may not always feel confident. But if you want to be confident, your job is to stay the course. So I had a situation where I was at work, and for months, y'all, I felt so inadequate. I knew what I was doing at my job, but just the changes that were always coming up, and even the people that I interacted with on a daily, it was a headache. I mean, every day I felt like I wanted to just burst into tears. And some days I actually did. But one day my supervisor came to me and she said, "Are you ready for us to move you to a new location?" And I'm like, "What? Me? Yes, let's do it." And I asked her, "Well, why?" And she told me that she felt like it was time for me to be in a better environment, a more positive environment. And she knew that the location that I was at had been hectic all this time, but she felt like I had carried it so gracefully. So it's crazy how she felt like I carried it so gracefully when really I'm at my desk about to go crazy, you know? But that's the thing that I'm saying. Confidence is not always the way you look, it's not always the way you feel, but it's what you do. You get up every day and you go do what it is that you got to do. Okay? So that brings me to my first point. Be honest. Be honest with yourself, be honest with others, because when you're not honest, you're not able to take in everything that you need to be able to take in. You're not able to really accept the situation for what it is, or even accept yourself for who you are. I've heard a saying that when you lie, that means you're afraid of something. You're afraid of consequences. If you want to be confident, you have to be able to deal with telling yourself the truth and telling others the truth. You don't want to lie about what your life is actually like, or you don't want to come across intimidated or fearful. You want to be able to walk in your truth. That brings me to my next point. Get away from people in relationships that don't serve you or allow you to serve. So when I say that don't serve you, if you have not watched my last video, I believe it was, yes, my last video, when to let go of relationships. You need to go watch that so that you'll know what kind of relationships are serving you and what kind of relationships are hindering you. And you want to be in healthy, positive relationships so that you can feel confident and that you can also be confident. As you continue to be around positivity, you yourself should feel positive and take on that positivity. So that brings me to my next point. Kill all sources of negativity. If your social media always got people arguing on it, maybe you need to unfollow some people. If you are always talking about how you can't stand the way that you look, or you're always talking about how somebody else looks and what their life looks like, if you are a source of negativity or you are around sources of negativity, do away with them as much as you possibly can. Don't allow them to seep into your heart, because whatever is in your heart, that's what's going to come out of your mouth. If you want positivity, you have to give positivity. Don't be sitting around gossiping about people. Don't be sitting around talking about how horrible your life is. You want to be positive so that you can boost your self-esteem. Even in boosting your self-esteem, that means you want to forgive people. And I know a lot of us struggle with that. I even struggle with that sometimes. But it is a confidence booster when you don't allow somebody to literally have your emotions in the palm of their hands, because that is what it is. When you can't accept forgiving somebody, you are allowing somebody else to control your emotions. You're allowing toxicity to seep into you while they're somewhere doing whatever, feeling however, and you're sitting there feeling like trash. Brings me to my next point. Don't let disappointment define you. We all fail sometimes, and I don't even like to look at it as failure. I like to look at it as another opportunity to get it right. And that may sound cliche, but when you harp on disappointments, you're going to begin to take that in. That's what you're going to put in your heart. You want to look at it as it just created room for another opportunity. Also, you want to participate in self-care, getting to know yourself. What do you like? What don't you like? What are you okay with? What are you not okay with? Because if you don't know those things, then there's no way that you can be confident in anything, because you are not exhibiting to yourself and to others that you have standards. You want to be positive. You want to have faith in all situations. Even if you can't understand what's going on or you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, make a light. And I do realize that a lot of us have gone through traumatizing situations that have made us feel insecure, but that means that we got some things we need to heal from. If you're a believer, you should be praying. You should be constantly in God's word. If you can't be constantly in God's word, be in God's word as much as you possibly can be, because He tells us things that boost our confidence, like He loves us and that He will never leave or forsake us. It would definitely help you to see yourself in the way that God sees you, and not just in the way that you see yourself, because we don't always see ourselves in the best light. So also notice in how all of this, I did not mention that physical attributes make you confident. There may be something that you don't like about yourself physically, but it's not nearly as important as what is going on mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Those things are more important than what you look like on the outside, because I guarantee you, if you fix what's going on the inside, it will literally ooze out of you. It will show up on the outside of you. What is in your heart is what's going to come out, who you'll be to the world and who you'll be to yourself. So I really hope that this has helped you kind of get some insight on how to be more confident. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or anything that you want to add, put them in the comment section below. And once again, I thank you for your support. I thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video.